The old school stood abandoned at the edge of the small town, its windows dark and cracked, its walls whispering stories long forgotten. Many had passed by it without a second glance, but there was always something strange about the building. It seemed to breathe, to watch, and sometimes even to call. One chilly evening, Emma, a curious girl with an adventurous spirit, found herself drawn to the school's rusty gates. The air grew colder as she stepped closer, and the wind carried faint echoes of laughter and whispers. She hesitated, but pushed the heavy door open. Inside, dust danced in the pale moonlight that filtered through broken panes. The floor creaked beneath her feet as she walked through endless corridors lined with peeling wallpaper and faded photographs. Emma's heart pounded when she noticed shadows moving where there was no light. She followed a distant melody, soft and haunting, that seemed to come from the basement. Each step down the narrow staircase felt heavier, as if the air itself resisted her presence. In the basement, she discovered a forgotten music box playing by itself. As the tune ended, a cold breeze swept past her, and a voice whispered her name. Suddenly, ghostly figures appeared, transparent and shimmering, repeating moments from their past lives. Laughter, tears, friendships, and farewells frozen in time. Emma realized the school held souls trapped between worlds, bound by memories too painful to leave behind. Determined to help, she searched the library and found an old diary filled with stories of those who had vanished. Using the diary's words, Emma spoke gently to the spirits, urging them to find peace. One by one, the apparitions smiled, fading into warm light. The air lightened, and the school felt alive with hope once again. Emma stepped outside as dawn broke, feeling a quiet strength inside her. The forgotten school was no longer a place of shadows, but a beacon of memories healed thanks to her courage. The forgotten school stood isolated at the edge of the quiet village for so long that most had forgotten its name and the stories it held. Inside its ancient walls, memories lingered, silent and still. Students often spoke of a strange, crawling light that hovered at the windows and soft whispers fading in the shadows. No one really knew who was responsible for these strange mysteries, but there was always a theme of lost dreams and unfinished business. Among these, recently arrived a young boy named Lucas, who was drawn to the forsaken school by a strange call in the silence. The moment he crossed the threshold, he felt the air change with an unexplainable weight, like a ghostly presence watching his very breath. Exploring the hallways, Lucas noticed how the floorboards creaked under their weight. Even when he was alone, the windows reflected ghostly figures, not there, but visible in the flickering light. As he discovered a classroom locked for some long hearts began to pound in the chest of the building, like it held a secret that had been buried for so days. He came back night after night, drawn by unseen forces, until one day he found a journal filled with letters from students long gone. Each page had tales of friendship, betrayal, and sadness that had left their spirits trapped between worlds. Lucas felt a responsibility